So here at the High Screen with Chris Wilcox after the win against the Sheffield Steel Dogs. Chris, first of all, 4-3 win, back to winning ways. Just in terms of the 2 points itself, that's exactly what was required.
Yeah, it's nice to get those 2 points, as you say. I think we made hard work of it again, and we keep making errors in at the wrong times in games, in the wrong parts of the ice, and I think we're getting punished for it. And I think luckily we came out of that one, but it is nice to get back in the win column.
In terms of the errors you mentioned, of course, it's 2 short-handed, another one off a turnover on our own blue line, isn't it? It's just scrappy bits of play in it that wasn't really part of our game earlier in the year. It's sort of something that we need to try and filter out a little bit, and I suppose when the games are coming thick and far between, it's hard to correct things on the practice ice, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and a lot of them, the mistakes that we're making. So we're making those, we're giving them chances, and in this league we're going to get punished. 2 short-handed goals again tonight. I'd like to see no more this year. You get a power play and you think, right, this is the time to either change the game or make a difference, and we get scored on, and it's tough, and it gives the other team so much momentum and positivity on their side of the ice. And again, the turnover in the middle, it's a costly one. It's an uncharacteristic turnover as well, but there's been too many from up and down the lineup.
In terms of the power play, though, at the other end, Matty said during the week on the podcast that our power play's just not been good enough. 2 from 4 tonight. Got to be at least happy with that, I suppose. That's improvements have been made there.
Yeah, and the previous game as well, I think we got 2 as well on the PP. So it's going well, but then the flip side is we've got 2 short-handed. So, but yeah, it's going in the net, and looking at that PP as well, it's nice to see, because it is a very, very potent power play, so it should be.
The line of Emil Svek, Finney Ulrich and Sam Towner today, of course, all 4 goals. Emil's got a 4-point night. Sam's scored 2 off the back of a bout with illness during the week as well. How impressed were you with those 3?
Yeah, very. Emmy's flying out there. That's the best. I think probably the best game I've seen him play. Finn, unreal again. Just hard work up and down the ice. Apart from the turnover, that was the only negative to his game tonight. He played really, really well. And Towns, you say, he's battling. He looks horrendous in there. The poor kid's very, very ill. But I don't think anyone, apart from inside the locker room, will know that, because it's the same old Towns. You know what you're getting from him. Good face-offs, solid defensively, and he's just a workhorse. And that line, yeah, really, really good.
No, exactly what was needed. In terms of, just going to throw back to the last time, the Steel Dogs were here, of course. It was a pretty eventful game. Did exactly what we needed to do. Didn't get involved in any of that silliness, and I think it showed in the result.
Yeah, that's their game. They're good at it. And I think there was a little moment out there. I think they tried, and we kind of came down to it a little bit. But apart from that, there was no points of note, I don't think.
In terms of the Telford games of the weekend, of course, you'll be back on the ice. Of course, Matt will be back on the bench from Saturday. It's an important doubleheader, isn't it, against a team that's, we found it tough to close out games, certainly, against them earlier in the year.
It's tough, they're very well drilled, very, very well drilled with Tommy out there. And it's a hard place to go. It's Telford. It's a hard rink. It's tough. You know what you're going to get. You're just going to get lines just coming at you in waves. We need to be better everywhere. And we can't keep making those mistakes. I think the good thing is that it's, we know what we were at the start of the season, and for whatever reason we've kind of drifted away from that. So I think people are getting frustrated because we know what we've got in that locker room, and once we start clicking again, and once we start stopping, negating those mistakes, I think we'll be fine.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Chris. We'll see you at the weekend.
Thanks.